to see you here this evening for our pitch night. Thank you for being here. We are the Hillcrest Hawks. Healthy, accountable, wise, and kind. And we're going to be asking for your kindness this evening. My name is Helen Parker, and I am the third-year assistant principal at Hillcrest.
Good evening. My name is Jabron Lee. I'm the YMCA after-school program director. I've also been an educator and youth worker in the district for 10 years.
I am Chris Jones. I am a third-year, fifth-grade after-school program leader.
Hi, I'm Shamila McLean. I am going on my second year at Hillcrest as the resource specialist.
All right, so before we begin, I want to have you guys join me in our community chant, our motto. It really exemplifies what we are as a community school. So I'm going to read the black, and if you guys give me some good energy for the red portions, all right? I am my community.
My community is me.
I learn from my community. I help my community.
My community helps me.
So this leads us to our design challenge. At Hillcrest, we have decided our design challenge is this: how might we, as the adults at Hillcrest, educators, parents, and community members, work together to support students in designing a Black student union in order to develop their sense of identity, belonging, and safety at school, while addressing factors that hinder academic achievement.
And Chris is going to tell us a bit about why we came to this design challenge. We missed the story.
Okay. We'd like to share an experience that a student had on our schoolyard, an experience that really exemplifies the why of our being here tonight. A student of mine approached me recently to detail a conflict that had happened to him earlier in the week. During a heated argument over whose turn it was to play on the soccer field, the sibling of another student had shouted at him, "Blacks are so stupid. That's why they don't go to college."
What Jay's story tells us is that it doesn't matter how great his teachers were or how culturally inclusive his curriculum was, but whether or not he had a safe space to share and really process the experiences that he was going through.
Thank you. And that really tells you how we get to our design challenge. Okay? And that's what we've been working on. So
how do we get here? We've been working very hard over the past number of years to engage Black families and Black students. We've done parent outreach, we've done parent meetings, we've done student achievement nights, assemblies, really strategic academic interventions. But we start to realize along the way we're missing student voice, and we're really not addressing the daily existence of our Black students at the school and how they're actually understanding each other in that space. Do they even see themselves as a community at that school? So we said, let's take a step back, let's focus on the students, and this is how we arrived at our design challenge.
yeah, and in spite of all our efforts, we, like Flynn, still have a really big achievement gap between African American students and the students as a whole at Hillcrest. A 20% achievement gap in math and English language arts SBAC scores. So that's what we're really hoping to address too with this design challenge, not just the culture, but also the academic piece. So
Which sets the scene for a Black student union. The purpose for creating a Black student union is to provide a safe space for Black students. This space will seek to assist in the growth, fostering of positive identity, and attention to the needs of this particular student population by creating an organization with a specific agenda of addressing social and academic factors that may lead to obstacles for students of color in the early stages of their academic careers.
So once again, this process was amazing. The iLab process took us every step of the way as far as discovering what we need to include in this Black Student Union. So we're going to run through a few of our activities that informed our design process. Our first activity was a lunchtime meeting with second and third, and then fourth and fifth graders. While it was a very challenging meeting at first, there was so much insight that was gained from it. We learned that we really have to be careful and make sure we have differentiated student-focused activities and really look at the grade levels of the students we're trying to work with. We'll speak more about that later.
Our second activity was a community conversation and dinner. We called each family to share our intent of establishing a BSU at Hillcrest and to invite them to join us for a community dinner and fishbowl survey to determine the direction and curriculum of a BSU. The response was very positive, with 34 families saying they would like to be involved in some way. A few of the key insights that we gathered from that was, based on the enthusiasm, we would like to build a parallel program, the Parents of the BSU, that creates an authentic relationship between Hillcrest staff and our families. Parents also voiced frustrations around teaching students to embrace a positive view of their cultural heritage.
Our third activity, we kind of brought it in a little bit, and we only gathered the 5th grade students, and we did community building activities, interactive activities, and a fishbowl discussion. And what we found out was that many students were confused about their identity. Some of them expressed negative connotations about being African American, and then many others said, I don't feel safe in my neighborhood where I'm at. So that was really something for us.
And then also we reached out to our staff by email in terms of informing them about the process that we were going through. We did a staff presentation, and we met with our union rep as well and shared our intent and methodology for this process, and we very gladly and happily received their full support and got more teachers who said that they would be interested in helping us out with this.
So we had 5 different design features that we want to do. So the first design feature was that we want to have 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students having monthly meetings. We want to have at least 4 parent meetings a year to get their ideas. We want to have a 2-day retreat for our 5th graders so they can give us more input. We want to have a positive play time for K, 1st, and 2nd grade students, because we found that they really can't come together in a circle and be, you know what I mean? And lastly, we actually want to have a dedicated safe space to have the BSU at all times.
And of course, the ask. We are seeking $20,000 to pay for a range of materials and supplies and staffing, activities, materials, academic resources, because again, the primary focus of this is to eventually really lead to academic growth. So there's going to be a whole range of activities that relate to academics that we're going to need money for as well. We want to make sure we partner with the Office of African American Achievement and have the superintendent and other black leaders really interact with our group, and definitely support from the teachers at Hillcrest and any other staff in the district that are doing work to address equity for black students.
Some near-term outcomes that we are really looking forward to and hoping for is increased parent trust and engagement in all aspects of school life, improved relationships between students who have practiced together positively in meeting settings, increase in self-esteem, confidence, and sense of community in our black students, growth in self-advocacy and leadership in our black students.
Thank you. And in terms of our long-term goals, we really want to work on closing that achievement gap. We also believe these goals are in alignment with the Vision 2025 from the district in terms of students being equipped to succeed in the local and wider world. And one of the district's big shifts is cultural competence and multilingualism, and we hope that our students who participate in the BSU will value their own race and cultures and histories as assets.
So quickly, lastly, we definitely want to thank our coach, Milan Ardoin. We want to thank our principal, Ms. Palomares, right there. We want to thank SFUSD for giving us this opportunity to present. And we want you guys to hear one of our STAR students' testimony about how she felt about joining this program.
How I feel about the meeting is it was really comfortable in there because other black students have gone through a position where they felt like they weren't being treated rightly or they just were being misunderstood, and I felt like I wasn't the only one there that was just uncomfortable being black, because at times, a lot of people like me get treated unfairly, and they have to feel like, oh, I'm an outsider. I can't do things like this. I can't do this. I can't do that. And then they'll think, oh, so you want me to be like this? Okay, I'm gonna be like this. And then they'll end up just like being like mean, and that's just not fair that we all have to be put through struggles like this. But I feel like the people at that meeting, they were there for me, and like I could feel their souls connecting with mine, and that we all just connected. We all have a story, and all those stories are meaningful.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.